So going this way?
It's like, yeah, given that you have the torch and the pump action shotgun, it's like you're in pretty good shape, for most encounters. But then yeah, you got a couple one hit kills if you really need them.
Right. Let's see, I've got one
You got
flashbang.
one, yeah.
He needs to step up his own rearmament. All right, and on we go. Oh, I know where this is going to be.
Right. It's been a very gameplay heavy chapter.
Well, that's pretty much all it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that the entire DLC is basically one big chapter.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, more flares. That'll be a hunting rifle. Could just call it rifle instead of hunt, but
you could.
So what do you think? Pump action shotgun or the rifle?
Unless I'm greatly mistaken, I don't actually. Yeah, I've only got 5
ammo
shots
for it, right?
So yeah, I'll be sticking with the shotgun for now.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Like if this had gotten me some hunting rifle shots, I might have changed. But...
yeah, that's a good point. Wonder if it's a way to try to get you to switch weapons and then give you the ammo later to make the next area a little bit harder.
What are you up to? I thought this was my side of the bed.
Well, we were just wondering why Alan doesn't write in any pleasant memories.
No? Because apparently he doesn't have any. But no, I think the other thing is that if you were to be using a lot of shotgun ammo and you are now out, then that would be a chance to switch weapons.
Yeah, good point. Good point. So we know which way we need to go down there next.
Yep, I saw a TV, so I'm pretty sure that's the way on.
Right.
And it's the only way I can go.
Yep, so it takes care of that.
Yep. They limit the amount of faffing about you can do.
He entered the trap, surrounded by enemies. Wake had nowhere to run. I'm so sick
All right, come. You don't look very surrounded to me. Oh, there we go.
You just weren't looking hard enough.
They're all gathered there together. Might be a good time for...
I'm not going to use a flare gun against normal enemies.
Oh, okay.
Now when I have a shotgun, I can do the job.
Fair enough. Yeah, I would say you probably made the right choice there.
There we go. Yeah, if I had more flare gun shots, I would.
Mm-hmm.
But with only one, I need to save it.
Sure. I think that's a good point. So you got one flare shot, one flashbang?
Right.
Gotcha.
That said, when you have an actual flare, you're never truly surrounded. Well, if you have a flare and you have time to light it.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like Lorax said, super secret fishing spot. Even the fish don't know they're supposed to be here. Whenever we ran, like in Rune Factory, we ran out to Carlos's fishing hole, and there weren't actually any fish there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Flashlight.
Swift volunteers.
Ooh, heavy duty lantern.
Ooh, some scripts for the Taken 2. C# is a handy programming language. You should always try and catch blocks when accessing the file system.
I admit, the idea of just disjointedly yelling about whatever you normally have
Yeah, I'm actually just imagining, since Swift is one of my real life friends, we're just imagining that them hopping over the thing like that, brandishing a keyboard.
Right.
Always comment your code.
Man, I imagine myself with like a scythe or something. There!
All right, chat. What would our Taken forms be?
Oh gosh.
There's a chainsaw. Here we go. Yep, in honor of RE4, you can't defeat a chainsaw guy without a shotgun.
It's just impossible,
It's either that or a knife, and Alan doesn't have one, so...
as a point of fact. I was still so proud of myself when I could do the Iron Maiden thing with the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The red box.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, like once again, no hunting rifle ammo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that would have been a... That's kind of what I was thinking. It's like it's a way to kind of artificially make the next part harder. Because if you switch to it thinking it's the next gun, then there just isn't any ammo for it.
Aha!
Very nice. You must have gotten like half of them.
I feel
4 or
like I've
5
gotten
out
a
of-
fair few.
Yeah. I believe when you checked earlier, it said there were 10.
Yeah.
Yes, yep.
So let's get into a corner.
This is a little riskier because they can hit you from above as well as the sides. But it still looks like it works. Got a propane canister down there too.
I can't actually hit it between, around them, so...
You're too busy killing them to use it to kill them more easily. Okay. So that's all taken care of. There's a lot of those things too.
They're probably set up for big moments, but thus far... Oh, here we go.
It's like some kind of conjoined monstrosity locked in a permanent fist bump.
I can't... There.
Okay. Wonder if you'll have to, like, rearrange these or something.
No, certainly not.
Yeah. Yeah, so they don't look movable.
I think the dust in this
Ooh,
place
flares.
is setting off my allergies.
You're not even really there.
My allergies are definitely here. See? Allergies.
Okay, up we go.
Yep. You're so full on stuff all the time, it feels like the boxes are kind of unnecessary.
Well, I'm kind of full on some things.
Mhm.
Kind of goes back and forth.
Right. Yeah, I think they made the right choice in making the
Ahem.
nice and making the ammo limits pretty low, since you never really have you're never really like totally good on ammo. It's with Redbox Speed. They never return some movies.
There we go.
Yeah, I made an Orange Box reference earlier, but yeah, Redbox. Now, what kind of DVDs would you even get in the Dark Presence?
I wonder what's in that box. But alas, I cannot open it.
Like hunting rifle ammo.
The only part we're going to see in this particular area. Okay. Well, memory first, obviously.
Stop it! They're waiting for us downstairs. We don't have time for Alan.
I knew she wasn't really here, but she still made my heart ache. I had saved Alice, but I wasn't even sure when that happened. Was it days ago? Weeks? Longer? I had no way of knowing.
I think I know what's going to happen here, too.
Yeah. There's some good ones. Dark City, Pitch Black, Twilight Zone, Dark Man. Oh, Manswift. I'm surprised anybody else remembers that exists.
Do I push? I do. Haha!
Oh, no.
Aha!
Yeah.
I thought something would be around here.
Nectophobic beauty. Horrific booty. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Ordinary Photographer's New Coffee Table book.
Writer's Muse.
So, yeah, as soon as everybody gets a book.
Huh.
Yeah, I wonder what Barry's book is going to be.
Good question. Something amazing, I'm sure, but...
Everything even tangentially related to Stephen King and Twin Peaks, right? Fire Walk with Me, the Twin Peaks prequel movie. Is that a real thing, Swift? That sounds like something you're pulling my leg on.
What the
Welp.
arg? I tried to jump there and it did not work. So. Let's try that again.
Yep, so I guess if trying to think of something good with Dark Water, but I'm thinking of was Pirates of Dark Water, and that was very silly.
Stop it.
That was a real
she
thing.
dots.
Downstairs. We don't have time for
Okay, let's check this again to make sure it counted.
Yeah, I don't think it would
She
have.
still made my heart ache. I had saved Alice.
Well, for Alan Wake to Alan Drown.
Was it days ago? Weeks? Longer? I had no way of knowing.
If we're in a different dimension, would time even pass normally? That was one of the big,
probably not.
big
no.
questions. Yeah. Yeah, it's something that, you know, I think Ben and I have mentioned. We've been occasionally reading up on, reading up on, you know, the more outre scientific things with, you know, quantum physics and string theory and everything. And yeah,
It's great fun and
Yeah.
you know, perfect for light reading.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, it is on a casual basis because it's like you just file it under things scientists, you know, basically a lot of those
Well, they just
disappeared. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of quantum,
You know what you were saying?
but yeah, it's basically for a lot of those things, especially string theory, is the scientific version of religion. There's no evidence for it, but it makes you feel better and it makes things work. So a lot of people still believe it anyway. And yeah, the whole thing of, you know, whether time is a function of gravity or if it is its own dimension, like the fourth dimension and stuff like that. It's just really, really interesting.
Hey, lover. Come here. I've got something for you.
I could only hope that Alice was all right. I didn't know what happened to her after she left the dark place.
That's a lot of candles.
Oh, Swift is it is real. Kind of spoils the mystery of the series. At the same time, a weird prequel with some post-series stuff hidden in. So one of the prequels you watched last. Gotcha. And Flython says that "musorific booty" is such a good phrase. Yeah, as Swift points out, I thought that weird too.
Hey, hold that pose. That was a good one.
Like this?
Yeah, but smile a little more. No, that's too much. You want to look mysterious. Maybe a little tough. You know how people go for those dangerous bad boys.
But I'm not dangerous.
Oh, come on. You write about terrible things all the time. People want to think that you're intimately familiar with them. You kill Casey in this book. You need to look a little bit like a murderer. Oh, that's good.
I see
Do
this is
that
all
again.
Alice's fault.
You look handsome.
And dangerous.
You know, I wasn't sure about the beard before, but I was wrong. It looks good on you. Okay, I think we're done.
Great. I want to get out of this suit.
Hey, things are looking up.
Guess danger is sexy.
Ha ha ha.
That
was pretty
when I was
cute.
still working. When I felt like a real writer instead of a fraud. It was a good memory. I wished I hadn't seen it.
Jeez, Alan, get over it, dude.
Cheer up, Emoke.
But yeah, Swift pointed out something that I thought was, you know, kind of rang wrong to me too. So nobody actually calls their partner, you know, lover to them directly. That's something you refer to people as. Like, you know, if they weren't married, you'd say Alan and Alice were lovers or something. I guess
I don't
lover
know.
boy maybe, but
This thing, it's like if you have something like that and then you kind of just play it up, then
Right.
I can see it. Like some people actually do that. It's just a little not quite as usual, especially around here.
right. But I thought hooked up with Barry, no doubt, is what we'd all do.
I know where we are now.
Mm-hmm. Home is where the craziness
What?
is.
Alarm clock.
There's like 3 of those in here.
But no, the other thing that I found kind of neat is it actually is true that a lot of people, especially in older times, pretty much wanted to believe that if an author wrote something, they're speaking of personal experience.
Right.
And so you would actually have situations where, you know, authors would pretty much either hide their names or just publish anonymously.
Right.
Because they didn't want to be known.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh dear.
Alan, you made it. This area of the dark place is calmer, at least for the time being. We can talk here, but we don't have much time.
Zane, how do I get out of here?
That's what you face. That's you, even as we speak.
Darkness. Darkness coming! Swept him away. Lost. He knew. He knew! He couldn't hold on. He knew there was no way out. Oh!
No, I'm right here,
What's
Zane.
going wrong?
That's not me. It's just,
Wrong!
I don't know, an echo, a hallucination. The dark presence.
No, the dark presence is not responsible for this. You are making this happen. You're trapped in your own nightmares. You are fighting yourself.
It's getting a little too zen for me.
Understand it. He would never make it. He would never wake up. He'd get swallowed up in the rising tide of darkness. It was coming. It was coming.
Shut up!
No, Alan, you must.
No, that's not me!
Yeah, you have to say we made all of these.
Zane was gone. Wake could feel the pressure gnawing at his mind. The darkness wasn't so bad. It was in him. He felt it. He knew the voice spoke the truth. It was just too hard to think. He couldn't make sense of it. He wanted to go with the flow. Stop thinking and just let go.
All right, Alan, I know you took 20th century or 19th century American lit. You got to watch Stream of Consciousness stuff. It's not good for you. No. Well, that was the easiest boss fight ever. But yeah, we were making jokes about the Persona stuff earlier, but actually, we are fighting TVs and having to face ourselves. And
I am you, Artayart. Thou, do it, do it, do it.
Oh, Python, you mean a... Oh, they were called Big Daddies, weren't they, from Bioshock?
Yes.
Yeah. Mine went back to the Mr. Bubbles, but that was the little sister's nickname for it. Yeah. Then it was Delta in Bioshock 2, right?
Yes, that was the main character. Man alive, there's no safe spot in this entire area.
Right. Good thing you got that powered up flashlight. If you'd missed it, it probably would have been even harder.
Yep.
Can you just flare gun the TV?
I probably could, but that would be kind of a bad idea.
Makes sense. It seems like all that stuff is next to it, and then it flings them at you.
Well, the big thing is that I'm not seeing where it's actually taking damage from a flashlight.
Ah, so you think it would be a waste?
Set piece.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
See?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, I'm absolutely right.
I mean, it could be taking damage, but not evaporating, you know?
No, if it takes damage at all from light, it'll have that circle.
But it is.
There.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the main thing itself is not.
Huh.
So I think you have to basically break it one TV at a time.
Ah. And anybody curious what we're also making the Persona references is that in Persona 4, one of the way, basically the gateway that your party member creates to get back and forth in the TV world is a stack of old-fashioned TVs. Like the ones that he's throwing at us. And yeah, I thought there's just something boss fight isn't as fun without the old gods of Asgard. Oh, I know.
I agree.
But I agree completely that the whole empty diving suit thing is a really cool idea. Again, XCOM Terror from the Deep, they had the Calcinites. That was basically, it was like that.
Oh, hey.
That monster design turned into an alien. That's all it was. It was a ectoplasmic goop inside a diving suit, and it got close and clawed to death. Yeah, it's pretty.
The thing that the one that I'll never forget was there was actually a, I don't remember if it was Mythbusters or if it was something else, but basically it was a question of what happens if you cut the pressure to a deep diving suit.
Yeah, it was Mythbusters, yeah. The
And
B team did that one.
Yeah, and the result is pretty darn horrific.
Yeah.
So.
You do not mess around with the deep.
Okay.
But some of the... Oh, there's... Yeah, there we go.
When in doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you got the right idea.
There we are.
Seems like the enemies are coming in pretty manageable groups, too.
Right. Just a lot of them.
Right.
Let's see. There.
It's interesting how they mix up the Taken with the Poltergeist stuff, too. Okay, now what? Oh, you just nudge that away.
Well, I can try.
Havoc.
Yeah, the Poltergeist can nudge it, but I can't. So yeah, this is actually pretty bad because now I'm kind of stuck.
Does the light work on it?
It's not possessed.
Right. Jeez. So in addition to the Taken and the Poltergeist, your real enemy here is physics.
Or level geometry, whichever way you want to put it. So that was frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh well. At least I have a better plan for how to proceed now.
Right.
It wouldn't be so bad if they couldn't just, hop in and... Yeah, basically, almost all the damage I take is from cheap shots.
Right.
Either from people just flying in from off screen like that, or popping in from a blind angle.
Right.
Which,
if you don't see them, you can't really dodge it in time. Right. And yes, Swift was mentioning it moved slightly when you jumped into it. So if that happens again, you'll probably just have to try to wiggle it out of the way. Well, it's great when you're being shelled with objects and hit by Taken.
See, my thing was that I could move it slightly, but I couldn't continuously push it. You have to basically... that probably would have hit me and killed me. But you basically had to...
Jeez.
And again, I just... If it does several hits in a row like that, there's not a whole lot I can do.
Right.
But yeah, in order to get around it, I actually did have to start, pushing it one way and the other. Which is why I was having problems with it.
Right.
Now, if I can get 2 seconds to breathe, which I very much doubt actually, but...
Okay. I'll force it back.
It's probably getting over. There's just so much stuff in this area.
Right.
And since there is so much stuff, it's hard to tell, especially when things start flying, where the dangers are and where they are not.
Right.
So yeah, I'm actually finding this to be one of the worst boss fights of the entire game. Which is sad because it should be kind of neat, but just because of the just because of the fact that they couldn't stop.
Yeah, the whole trope of having to fight for your life while the boss taunts you, is quite overplayed, but it can be effective,
right.
And the fact that it's you in this case is kind of neat. Oh, finally, hunting rifle ammo. Oh wow, that moved straight to phase 2, just like that. So that being the case, maybe you should just try to flare gun or flashbang it.
Well, again, that wouldn't actually really solve my problem. In that case, it was that I had the combination of the bright light and the flare right there.
That's near the spot. Something tells me you're near the end of the chapter. Then again, hard to tell.
That's the thing. I mean, I'm not entirely sure at all. I very much doubt it, actually. Especially since there are still several characters whose posters we don't know.
True.
Part of it had already done. It was over. It was finished. He was done.
He was killing himself. Alan is his own worst enemy.
His sanity was gone. What was the point?
And again, I can't tell where the poltergeist things are and where they aren't.
Right. Seems like all of them are taking damage. Just the ones closest to.
No, I meant like the things that were jumping around.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like I get the feeling there's one over there somewhere.
yeah.
And there's one right there, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, I can't tell until I actually see them flying.
At that point, usually being too late.
Yeah, there's just a few too many things going on.
Right. Can you like get some cover and try to heal up?
In theory, but again, part of the problem that I'm having here is the fact that they can hit me from any angle.
Right. Let's have some warning about that guy.
Again, just too much stuff.
Right. Yeah, I think, and I don't, if there is a way to, I wonder if there was like originally a way to block up or to dodge projectiles, and
I think in theory you can, but I have never had
Yeah.
that work well at all.
so almost done with the TV options.
What he was facing.
There.
There you go.
Alright, let's make sure there's nothing else that I'm missing. Ooh, Buddha Bear. I approve.
So this is we should suck it up because we play Dark Souls. Hey, we play Dark Souls. We go into it expecting Dark Souls. We play Alan Wake. We expect discussions of writing and shooting a lot of people in dark forests. Not TV boss fights with throwing all this stuff at us.
That, and I'm willing to throw down and say pretty honestly, this was a lot less fair than Dark Souls has ever been.
Depends on the boss. Like I'd say this compares pretty well with like Bed of Chaos in terms of and shenaniganry.
Right. But even then, at least with Bed of Chaos, once you kind of figured it out, most of it was from surprise. It's like I didn't expect it to be able to do that.
Right.
Whereas for this one, it's like, okay, I know that stuff flies in from off screen to somewhere, and I know that it infinitely respawns, but what do I do about it?
Right.
The answer is, well, there really isn't anything you can do.
Oh, that's one of those you have to destroy it before it crushes you. Interesting. You disintegrated a boat.
There we go.
Why had everyone abandoned him to die here?
Get over it, TV Wake. Huh.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Really, Wade. Your delusions.
Your delusions.
Everything is my delusion.
There's no way out. No way out. No way out. I need to get out of here. Get out. How do I get out of here?
Huh. Well, I gotta say, called it. That was the end of the chapter. The DLC seems to be quite deliberately done as a two-parter.
Right.
You get to the absolute nadir, and then you have to work your way back up.
Right. So that wasn't the end of the chapter. That was actually the end of the DLC.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough, I guess. End of Special Feature 1.
Wake Souls. If I found us fought it for the first time a few days ago, was it the worst thing ever? Yeah, I guess while so let's
Yeah, I'm not going to sit through the credits
again, right?
That would just be silly.
So that was the
that was the
first
signal
DLC. Did you miss everything?
Yeah, basically, you missed the entirety of the signal.
You have the best worst timing, my friend.
Yeah, if I didn't have so much that I needed to do, I think I would press on to the second one. But that would be probably around 3 to 4 hours worth of gameplay.
Yeah.
And I just don't have the wherewithal to do that.
Well, we can still. I mean, like I said, everybody has something to look forward to for next week. We're wrapping up Alan Wake. So
yep, next time it'll be part number 2. I think it's called The Writer.
The Writer.